Do you know what this is? That's right, it's a thermometer. A thermometer measures temperature, or in other words, it measures how hot or cold it is. It's quite an old thermometer, but perhaps you can just about make out the red liquid in the middle, which tells us the temperature. We're looking at the numbers on the right-hand side, and we can see the temperature is well below 0 degrees Celsius. Because it's so cold, I thought it might be a really good idea to do a freezing saltwater science experiment. You will need 2 plastic cups, a tablespoon, salt, warm water, freezer, a clock or a timer, and a measuring jug. Before we start, it's important to know the meaning of the word freezing. Freezing is when a liquid like water turns into a solid like ice, and this happens at 0 degrees Celsius. The opposite of freezing is melting. Well, I found a measuring jug, but I couldn't find any plastic cups, so I've decided to use plastic bowls. Now, it's really important that you use the same amount of water for each bowl. So I've decided to use 100 millilitres of water for each bowl. Gently does it. Next, we're going to put a tablespoon of salt in the pink bowl, and we're going to mix the salt with the water like this to form a solution. And we can say the salt has dissolved in the water. Oh, is that the time? Can anyone tell me what the time is, please? That's right, it's 6 o'clock. The shorter hand, the hour hand, is on the 6, and the longer hand, the minute hand, is on the 12. And we can say 6 o'clock. Which one do you think will freeze first, the blue bowl or the pink bowl? We then need to wait for 1 hour. So if I put them in the freezer at 6 o'clock and then we added 1 hour, what would the time be? That's right, 7 o'clock. Look, the shorter hand is on the 7, the hour hand, and the longer hand is on the 12, the minute hand. Well, let's see what's happened. As you can see, at the moment, the water in the blue bowl, the one without the salt, has frozen quicker. And the one in the pink bowl hasn't frozen yet. Let's put them back in the freezer for another hour and see what's happened after another hour has passed. Oh look, is that the time already? It's already 8 o'clock. I must go and check. Well, as you can see, the water in the blue bowl has certainly frozen, whereas the water in the pink bowl, although it's starting to freeze, still hasn't frozen completely. So, what did we find out? Well, we found out that if you add salt to water, it takes longer to freeze. The reason is, when salt dissolves in water, it creates these tiny, tiny things called particles, which help lower water's freezing point. Right, it's your turn to have a go at this experiment now, and I'd love to see your work on the Clifton Primary School Twitter page. Thank you very much, and see you soon.